Remind your folks, please, to state your name and affiliation. Thank you very much.
Another hard-fought game. Love the way we battled. Continue to fight all the way through. Few plays, make a few more shots, get a few more stops. Could be a different outcome.
Owen Pence, Boston Globe. Giannis held to only 10 shots tonight. Was it the insertion of Semi into the lineup for Boston that you think slowed him down?
No, I think Giannis was aggressive. They collapsed their defense on him a lot. I think one of the things as a team, early in the game, I thought we over-dribbled the ball. Then as the game wore on, we did better of moving it in trying to find the open guys, but it was still sporadic. When we're at our best, we are attacking, but we're moving the ball, and everybody's getting it, touching it, driving it. Next guy gets it, doing the same thing. And so for him, there's opportunities where he needs to give it up and get it back. But I thought, for a lot of times the defense was collapsing in on him.
Coach, apropos of that, did you, and I know you coach your own team, but did you see that the Celtics defense was energized by Marcus Smart's presence?
No, I mean, I don't know. I can't tell you if they were. I know he made some hustle plays, thinking of different things he done on the court. Got a steal early when he came in, dove on the floor for a play, flipped one over his head that we got to read. So just I think he played his normal game. You'd have to ask them if they got the energy or if the crowd got energy from it. I know we just continued to play regardless of what took place in the game.
Joe, Nick Friedel, ESPN. Did you get an explanation from the refs on the 24-second potential?
Not a good enough one.
And did you ask for a review?
I wasn't. I was asking for a shot clock violation. I'm not worried about. I didn't think he got the ball off, so I said, that's a shot clock violation. That was my discussion.
Can they review in that situation?
You'll have to ask them if they can review it. I just know what I said is it's a shot clock violation. Didn't get the ball off. For me, maybe I don't know. Maybe I had a good view of it. I just didn't think he got it off, and so I voiced my opinion on that. And obviously that it was not.
Getting back to Giannis for a second, is it on you and the players to get him more involved moving forward, get more than 10 shots, or is it on him to be more assertive in looking for the ball, in getting to the rim, etc.?
No, we all have to take responsibility in that, finding different spots to put him in. I think Giannis is one of the most aggressive drivers in the game, trying to get downhill. I think he gets bodied quite a bit. I'm concerned about how much they're pushing in terms of, I want him to keep attacking, regardless of how physical the game may be. But in the grand scheme of things, I'll just say it's on all of us in regards to I've got to help find him better opportunities for shots. We have to make sure he's getting the ball. But I want to make sure for us we get a quality possession every time. We don't want, we've got multiple guys that are capable of knocking shots down. I don't want it to turn into, hey, we have to do this for Giannis. We know how we need to play. I think there were too many possessions in general where we didn't play. Like I said, for example, the over-dribbling.
Any other questions? Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Bill. Smart and Horford will be coming down for the Celtics. Middleton for the Bucks, please. Not sure of the batting order, but Coach Stevens will be next.
Brad. Bill Doyle, Worcester Telegram. Could you just talk about the energy and defense that Marcus brought, and also that play where he tripped and fell and he got the ball to Al for that layup?
Yeah, I thought he obviously brought a great deal to the table for us tonight, as he always does. And you know, he made some plays. That play in the first quarter where he dove. You know, we had 3 missed threes tonight that I don't know if I've ever seen such beautiful plays before it and the ball not go in. It seems like the ball always goes in when you dive on the floor like that and make that pass. We had a couple of extra passes that didn't go in, but we found good shots at times, and defensively we were much better.
Brett.
Yeah, that was Danny told me to take credit for that. That's just like, what mess have I gotten myself into? I got to figure out a way to get out of it. Smart, pretty good at getting out of some of those.
Brian Robb, Boston Sports Journal. Can you just talk about the shift in the starting 5 and the job that Shemi did on Giannis throughout that whole night?
Yeah, I mean, Giannis is a heck of a player. You're not going to be perfect against him. You're not going to hold him down by any means. He makes plays for other people. He's very unselfish if he's not the one scoring. But we just felt like we needed a little bit more ball pressure overall. And so that was the decision to go smaller. Shemi is, you know, a guy that's been a versatile defender for us all year. And, you know, that's a tall task to ask a guy to guard Giannis the whole night.
Brad, Paul Flannery. We all know what Al brings to the table, but was there any kind of conversation about him being more aggressive in terms of looking to score, looking for his offense, or was that just the way things developed tonight?
Not for me. No. The one thing I don't want Al to do is stop being a good basketball player. So he makes the right play, and so just keep making the right play. If the right play is a dunk, great. If the right play is a kick out, great. Just keep making the right play. He does so often that you don't want to. I don't think you want to skew that mindset. You know, some of his best plays were when he was pounding in the post. They came and he kicked it out.
Because it seemed like he was playing downhill a lot too, especially, you know, going full court, getting with rebounds.
Well, it's different when he's at the 5. So that's a big part of it, and that was another reason why we made the switch, Shemi to the 4.
Brad, Billboard, CNHI Sports Boston. Obviously, with Marcus coming in at the end, not coming in, but playing today, he adds obviously value in depth. But can you talk about what he adds in terms of just emotion, just being here?
Yeah, I mean, no question. It's why you can't, like, you can look at stat sheets all you want with Marcus. It just doesn't tell the story. It's his energy, it's his emotion, it's the little plays that you know, turn out to be game-changing plays, like diving on the floor and flipping it to Al. The blocks, you know, coming over when Shabazz Muhammad was really rolling and going up vertically and challenging his shot and making him miss. Like, those are huge plays. And, you know, we have other guys that are making them when he hasn't been here, but he makes them every night. He makes them every night he plays.
Jared Weiss, The Athletic. Brad, late in the game, you guys are really working the post and drawing in those doubles. How much of that was something you were planning to go to, or just reading on how their defense was adjusting late?
I didn't think we kicked it out enough today. So whether it was by the drive or the post, you know, that was the deal coming into today. We've got to be better at getting there to the rim and making decisions there. And I thought we did a good job at times, but we just got to be a lot more consistent in it. Because they're coming. They've got great length. They're hard to score on. You know, we only threw it in there, I think, a couple times in the fourth quarter to the post. And we probably need to, you know, be better at action and spacing around it.
Brad, Mike Petralia, CLNS Media. Terry Rozier, it seemed like he had a great impact on this game, especially in the fourth quarter, you know, containing or really driving the tempo of the game and facilitating. And also your thoughts on Terry and Bledsoe and telling your players to keep cool when the tension got high there in the second half.
I just walked up to Terry and told him, "You're really important to us." So that's all I told him. And then, you know, other than that, I do want him to play with a chip, and I do want him to play aggressive. We just need him on the court. So I thought he played really well again. He was very active defensively, getting into the ball. And then I thought offensively he continues to make good plays. And I think he was probably as good as anybody we had at getting into the paint and spraying it out today.
Sharp Blakely, NBC Sports Boston. Coach, your bench really seemed to have a lot of different guys step up. Just speak to what that meant for the outcome of this game. And also, how much did being at home help facilitate them playing a better game than we saw last couple?
I don't know about the second part. I know that their bench had a huge impact on us in game 3 and 4, and then their bench had a huge impact tonight. Parker and Shabazz Muhammad gave them a chance to come back into the game. That was a big reason why they were in that position. Bench play is incredibly important. It's why, when you're starting to figure out who you want to start, if you're going to shift your lineup, I don't want to lose Morris's impact that he brings when he comes in the game. Adding Smart helps greatly because it's just another body that you can throw out there, and then a guy that can really play. So that sure helps. But I thought everybody did a pretty good job. We need them to be great. We need everybody that plays, that played tonight, that didn't play tonight, to be ready to roll on Thursday.
Final question, Bob?
Yeah, Coach, that's kind of what I was going to ask you. With Marcus coming back, did that influence your thinking in terms of your game plan tonight, playing more of a defensive mindset?
No, we were going to start Shemi regardless if he came back or not.
And Jason, that kind of in the fourth quarter, you were going to stay with that?
I just went with who I thought was playing the best, and obviously Jason's been unbelievable all year, but I thought with Smart and coming back and his physicality on the ball, that's what we needed at the time.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
Poor guys like every 5 hours.
Just making copies. At least. Because if he's standing by the car, I don't know if he can do it. Yeah, it's just, I'm not sure where I left it. I think it was 35. The originals should be.
Maybe it's oh no. Oh.
She's coming back in, so. Entirely up to you.
Chris Casper, Boston Globe. Things obviously got a little tense there between Terry and Eric Bledsoe, and it seemed like there was maybe a little bit more acrimony in this game than other games. How were you able to sort of keep your cool, stay even-keeled, and make a couple of huge plays in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, it's emotions are running high. Game 5, both teams are really going for it. And, for our group, the biggest thing is just to, focus on basketball, keep playing, and not getting caught up in all those side stuff. I felt like we just willed our way there. We had some really good looks that didn't fall, and but I felt like we got stops when we needed to.
Hey, Bill Burt, CNHI Sports Boston. You guys have won games without Marcus Smart, but as the series goes on, as the playoffs go on, it appears like you're going to need him. Can you talk about the difference of having him and what it means?
Well, it means a lot for our team. I think I've said it early in the year that, that he was kind of like the soul of our team. Just everything that he brings, his toughness, unselfishness, just a hard-nosed player, and we fed off his energy tonight. I felt like the crowd fed off of it, we fed off of it, and it's just good to have him back. This has been a genuinely a really nice surprise for our group because I didn't think he was coming back. So I didn't want to get my hopes up even when I heard that it was a possibility. So we're just happy to have him back, and he had a huge impact in the game tonight.
Al, Omar Guzmán, Virus Deportivo, Televisión Dominicana. ¿Qué tanto juega por un equipo que pierde 2 partidos consecutivos en la ruta, le empatan la serie y luego regresan a casa con el calor de su público?
Sí, de verdad que es algo difícil porque uno llega allá con mucha confianza, 2-0, y de pronto perdemos 2 juegos muy fuertes allá. El primero ellos nos dominaron, el segundo tuvimos un chance ahí de ganar, pero por eso es que uno trabaja tanto en la serie regular para tener ventaja de casa. Y este quinto juego fue muy importante y yo siento que la fanaticada nos ayudó bastante a ganar este partido.
Nilson Pepén, WJDA. Al, háblame un poco acerca del juego, cuál fue la clave y háblame del ajuste que hiciste en el día de hoy, doble por segundo partido en la serie.
Bueno, yo creo que el ajuste que el entrenador hizo fue vital. Nadie quizá va a hablar mucho de él, pero Shemi Oyele, el trabajo que él hizo defendiendo y su energía, su tenacidad, yo creo que fue la diferencia. El hombre defendió muy bien, ofensivamente quizá no hizo tanto, pero la diferencia fue muy evidente y yo creo que esa fue la diferencia para nosotros para poder ganar este partido esta noche.
Enrique Pepén, WJDA. Háblame un poco de la diferencia que hace Marcus Smart en el equipo a verlo regresar y qué es lo que él contribuye a lo que es el equipo de los Celtics.
Bueno, hace una gran diferencia. Su manera de jugar en equipo, su tenacidad defensiva, él cambia los juegos. Y desde que ustedes lo vieron, desde que él entró ahí joseando, tirándose en el piso, bloqueando tiros, ese es el tipo de jugador que él es. Y él tiene mucho corazón. Y él fue otra gran parte de la razón que nosotros ganamos hoy.
Mark D'Amico, Celtics.com. When Brad was just in here, he said that one of the keys to him putting Shemi into the starting lineup was to shift you over to center. How does playing center as opposed to power forward against this Bucks team alter and affect your role?
I just think that it gives our team a different look. One of the strengths of our group is that we have multiple guys that can play multiple positions, and the Bucks had us against the wall. They beat us twice over there. We needed to make an adjustment. We needed to do something, and Coach saw that, and he went with his gut, and that in a combination of Marcus Smart I think, paid off for us tonight.
And another thing, a lot of the times when you get your assists, it's out of the elbows and the high post and things like that. But tonight, you got some big assists on the low block. What did you see out there in dishing off those passes, and how did you guys take advantage of their defense in those situations?
Yeah, they're a different type of defensive team. Normally teams play differently, and just their defense is really good. So they really force you to think, and I felt like I was going into a couple post moves there, and then at the last second, I saw the opening. So it's just making the simple play. Jalen, a couple times, he just did a great job of relocating, reading me, and it was impressive. You got to give him a lot of credit because if he didn't show himself to me, those plays wouldn't have happened. So Jalen just thinking the game was great.
Final two questions, Al, please. Bill?
Al, Bill Doyle, Worcester Telegram. When Marcus was on the floor in the last few seconds and there's 3 Bucks around him and he got the ball to you, did you think he'd be able to get the ball to you? And what was going through your mind there when you saw him down there on the floor?
Man, I didn't think he could get the ball to me, to be honest. I thought it was probably going to be either a jump ball. I thought it could have been a foul. I mean, it wasn't good. Once you see him go down like that. I don't know how he was able to get the ball out. I just know that as soon as I caught it, I was like, I'm not even going to dribble this. I'm just going to just lay it all over the top. I'm not going to take any chances. It was an unbelievable play.
Al, you spoke about the impact that Marcus Smart had, but what were you wanting to, or how were you wanting to impact this game? You walk away with a double-double, 14 rebounds, the most that you've had in a playoff game as a Celtic.
Yeah, just this was an important game for our group. I think that defensively, I wanted to set the tone, and then just doing whatever it takes there, to win the game. Both teams are fighting, both teams are competing at a high level, and it was just I was just trying to make plays, and I was we were fortunate to come out on top tonight. Bueno, gracias.
Chris Middleton's up next.
Chris, Mark D'Amico, Celtics.com. Obviously, the series is a series of adjustments, and you guys made the adjustments with Don Maker, et cetera, in the previous couple games. Tonight, the Celtics make an adjustment with putting Shemi Ojale into the starting lineup and shifting Al over to center. How did that affect the game in just having Shemi out there versus with the other look with Aaron Baines, and then having Al at center? What did you guys see out of that?
That was the lineup they went with late in that fourth quarter in Game 5 when they went on that run, I think. So they just tried to match it with us, with our small ball. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Sherrod Blakely, NBC Sports Boston. Chris, when we talked about this morning, Marcus Smart, possible return, just his impact. From what you thought he would be able to bring to this team and what you actually experienced firsthand, what's the difference, if any?
To me, he brought exactly what I thought he was going to bring to the game. Energy, defensive, trying to make plays. And that's what he did. Got to do a better job of knowing where he's at defensively. Know he's going to go for steals, drawing fouls, whatnot. He's just going to work. He's going to make all the dirty plays, not dirty physically, but just the hard-working plays. But we just got to do a better job of matching that intensity when he comes onto the court and when he's not on the court. I mean, he's a great player, smart player, crafty. We just got to figure figure out how to contain them better next game and not let them make those winning plays.
And just a follow-up question to that. You mentioned the next game. Obviously, it's an elimination game for you guys. What's the key from a mental standpoint to prepare for that type of game?
It's win or go home. So, I mean, you can't leave nothing on the line. And that's pretty much how you play this whole playoffs is you leave it all out there. Tonight we had too many lapses where we just didn't want as bad as they did. I feel like the lapses, and we had a lot of great looks we just missed. So, I mean, going back home, win or go home situation, we've been this 2 years in the playoffs. So, just got to play as hard as we can. This is the game plan, the adjustments, and give it our all.
Chris, Gary Washington, Boston Globe. It seemed like some of the looks that were going in the first 4 games are kind of coming out. How, can you assess your offensive game? You know, why weren't you as efficient? Is it just the ball that's not going in?
For the team-wise, or me? For me, I mean, I feel like I got a lot of great looks that's been going down for me all season long, all postseason so far. Tonight, it just didn't go down. But, you know, I got to keep shooting, reading the defense, seeing what they're going to give me, and be confident to step up and knock it down if the opportunity presents itself.
Chris, Mike Petralia, CLNS Media. Giannis getting only 10 shots. Are there things that you think you guys need to do as a group to get him more good looks, or do other guys have to step forward when they're denying him?
It's a little bit of both. I mean, I felt like he had a great game tonight. I mean, I think he had 9 assists, so he played more as a playmaker, which they wanted him to do, I guess. So he's got to trust us, and we got to trust him. I mean, he's going to find ways to get his shot, get to the paint, or his mid-range for threes and whatnot. But when he sees everybody, you know, crowding in on him, he's got to trust us and trust the pass, and that's what he did tonight. We all have to do that.
Jared Weiss, The Athletic. When you guys are doubling in the post late, what are the coverages supposed to be like as far as helping to make sure that you're stopping the ball but also not allowing them to open up the back door and find other shooters?
I mean, that's a tough question to ask without, you know, being out on the court. But, I mean, we know our assignments, we know our rotations. We just got burned a couple of times, just lapses, just ball watching me. I got caught ball watching a couple of times when Brown went back door. But it's not nothing new, no new adjustments for as far as trapping our rotations. We just have to be locked in on that side.
Marcus, Bill Doyle, Worcester Telegram. Can you just talk about that play when you fell down on the floor? There's 3 guys on you. Giannis is grabbing at the ball. Somehow you get it to Al for a layup, which almost clinches the victory.
I mean, you know, I just made a play. I made a quick play. You know, I saw him trapping at the last minute on the floor. You know, I saw Al. It's kind of hard when you got 3 guys on you, but I just tried to make sure I got him the ball, and it was going to take everything I had, and I just made it emphasis that I was the one that's going to make the play and get it to Al when I was on the floor, and they weren't taking it from me. So that's really it.
Sharp Blakely, NBC Sports Boston. Marcus, even before that play that you just described, as soon as you got on the floor, you were diving for loose balls. Was there any concern on your part about re-aggravating that thumb playing today? And if not, why?
Never. I was always taught, you know, coming back from injuries, you know, the last thing you want to do is have a mental game going on with yourself, you know, psyching yourself out. You know, you just start thinking about the injury, things like that. You know, you stop playing your game and things like that. I just wanted to make sure, you know, I come out, you know, like I said, I've been taught things are going to happen. It's the game of basketball. It's part of it. If it's supposed to happen, it's supposed to happen. You can't control it. Just keep playing.
Sharp Blakely again. Marcus, just the way this game kind of played out. I mean, you guys had control, but then it got a little dicey there at the end. Speak to the confidence that you guys have as a group to find ways to win in those type of situations.
Well, first off, it's playoff basketball. Things are going to happen. Teams are going to get hot. Teams are going to go on runs. And, I think we did a good job of, sustaining their run. It's a good team we're playing, especially in transition. I think we held them to some of the fewer points in transition and things like that. But the confidence for us right now is high. This is a big game for us. We needed it, especially after, they pounded us at their place two games in a row. And for us to come back and respond the way we did, I'm proud of this team. I'm proud of the guys, and exactly what we needed.
Marcus, MarkD'Amico, Celtics.com. You've had a unique perspective for the first 4 games of this series. When you saw Al slide over to center tonight, how did that move affect you guys as a team? What role did he play in the victory?
He was huge. One thing we weren't doing the last 2 games was, our bigs weren't getting out of the screens quick enough. And Al did a great job tonight. He's a tough matchup for a 5. He's not your typical 5. So when he's in and he's getting out those screens rolling and causing confusion, it makes it a lot easier for us guards to get in the paint and find guys or create our own shot. And, Al's a big key for us, and he has to keep playing that way.
Marcus, Mark Narducci, the Philadelphia Inquirer. Could you yourself feel the lift you gave the team tonight when you came in and the intensity and everything like that?
Oh, definitely, man. The feeling was felt when they first heard I was coming back. Instantly, all the guys was excited. And they were showing it. They were telling me everything, like from the fact that they're proud of me. They're excited for me to come back, and just bring the energy. And that's just what I tried to do. And the guys responded well. The guys were playing defense. We held them, I think, to 87. The lowest we've held them, in this series. And that speaks volumes about how we responded.
Marcus, when was that the guys found out you were coming back? Were you there with everyone? Or?
Actually, I was on the way back from the doctors when they found out. And then I didn't see them actually until the next day. And as soon as I walked into the locker room, everybody started clapping and cheering and things like that. So, excuse me, that just shows, the camaraderie that we have as a team, as a group. Like I said before, we lean on each other, and that's the characteristics of a great team. So, we have a ways to go, but we're still pushing.
And what were those first few moments like for you when you hear the crowd react like they did when you come in and have all kind of that energy going? You've been waiting for this for.
Oh man, I was ecstatic. I was trying to keep my adrenaline down. It was skyrocketing through the roof as I figured it was. But my teammates did a good job of, making sure to just keep me calm. And they did a good job of, when I drive, getting to the spots, knocking down shots, and then finding me in certain situations to help me be the player I am and get to the rim and things like that. But the first couple minutes was a tough road for me to keep my adrenaline going and things like that, but I did it.
Final 2 questions. Jimmy first, and back to
Marcus, Jimmy Toscano, Metro Boston. You've been in closeout games before. You've won some, you've lost some. How does the mentality change going on the road into a closeout game?
It doesn't. We have the same mentality we had tonight. Only difference is, we got an extra part of our team back with me here, and we have a little momentum and confidence that we didn't have in those last 2 games. Nothing changes. Our mentality is the same. We go in, and we play this game like it's our last one in Game 6.
Marcus, Chris Mannix with Yahoo. The last week or so, as you're starting to feel better, was there any part of you trying to thinking about talking your way back even sooner, as you start to feel better?
No. We had a set plan from the start. The earliest was today's game. That was the earliest we even talked about me coming back, and that wasn't decided until after Game 5. I made a decision, and I talked to my people, and ultimately it came down. The doctor was going to clear me. She did clear me for physical play and things like that. Then I was good to go and play right off the back, and we was kind of hoping for it. And she looked at me, and everything lined up perfectly. So we stayed on schedule, and bam, here we are. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, just a 2 o'clock flight for the team. Just a 2 2 o'clock flight for the Celtics tomorrow. That's all we have. Thank you. We'll let you know if there is a conference call. We'll let you know. Thank you.